Okay, so hi, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Florence from Sunway University. Now, today I will be just sharing with you about Sunway University and the programs, the programs and entry requirement that we offer. So if you have any questions, just like Timothy said, please drop it in the chat box, and then we will go through one by one at the end of the sessions. Okay, so just let me know if you all can see my slides, if possible. You all managed to see the slides?
Yep, all good.
Oh, good. Okay, sure. Then I'll just start. So basically, welcome again, everyone. So basically, what you can see here, this is Sunway University. And then just let me do a small introductions about Sunway University. Since we are under Sunway Education Group, so I will also explain to you what is Sunway University and education all about. So without further ado, so let's move to the next slide. Okay, so over here, you can see that Sunway University is under Sunway Education. Now, under Sunway Education itself, we are under Sunway Big Group. Okay, so under the Sunway Group, not only we have education, we have properties, malls, leisure, hospitality, okay, digital, query, and so on. So there is a total of 13 business units altogether, and Sunway Education is one of it. Now, if you can see, Sunway Education logo is in blue color, so the rest will be in red color. So this is because that Sunway Education, it's a non-profit organization, meaning that majority of our profit or all our profit goes into the Jeffrey Chia Fund, our foundation fund, to be used to upgrade the university facilities and then to provide scholarship to students as well, so long the students meets the scholarship entry requirement. Now, other than that, if you can see the red color logo, meaning that business is actually making a profit. Okay, then moving on. So under Sunway Educations, not only we have university, we have our very own international school. If you can see my mouse here, okay, this is Sunway. We have our very own Sunway International School, Sunway College, and Sunway University. Now, we start to nurture the kids from the very young. So under Sunway International School, we provide two curriculum, which is the Cambridge curriculum and also the Canadian curriculum. Okay, so when students complete kindergarten, they go on to primary, they go on to middle school and high school. Now, after they complete high school, this is the stage where they will move on to college. Now, under college, this is where we will provide programs, certificate program, diploma program, or pre-university and foundation program. Now, after they complete either one of this program, they will move on to undergraduate. So undergraduate here, it's at Sunway University. This is where they finish off their bachelor's, either 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years, depending on the program they choose. Now, after finished undergraduate, they will move on to master's program. After master's, it will be all the way to PhD. So you can see that under Sunway Educations, we nurture the kid from the very young all the way up to working adult. All right. Now, next, so over here, this is some of the allocates and recognitions that Sunway University currently hold. So we are the top private university in Malaysia. Okay, and also we are the only university that hold 3 ranking at the same time. So if you can see that we have QS ranking, okay, we also have the Times ranking and Shanghai ranking. Now, if you manage to Google up, so compare the QS ranking to last year 2025, we are ranked as 600, QS ranking 600. As of this year onwards, we are ranked at 410. So you can see that we don't compare with other top university, but you can see that Sunway itself is slowly increasing its ranking every year. All right. Then over here, we are proud to say that these are our top 9 subject, or I should say top 9 programs that are ranked top 200 globally. So in terms of business and economic, engineering, psychology, education studies, social science, physical sciences, medicals and health, computer science, and life sciences. So these are the programs that is offered here at Sunway University that are ranked top 200 globally. Okay, now, next. So Sunway University, we are located in our very own city, which is Sunway City. Okay. Now, Sunway City itself is located in the capital city of Kuala Lumpur of Malaysia, which is Kuala Lumpur. Now, if students, okay, traveling from let's say from Yangon or Myanmar all the way to KL, okay, so from Kuala Lumpur International Airport, the traveling distance from KLIA to Sunway University, it takes approximately 45 minutes. Okay, that is only without traffic jam. If there is jam, it can take more than 1 hour plus. All right. Now, if student would like to explore about Twin Tower, which is the famous landmark of Malaysia, or maybe TRX, okay, our tallest buildings and all, it takes about 30 minutes from Kuala Lumpur, from Sunway City to Kuala Lumpur City Centre. So you can have a rough idea of this is how, I won't say far or near, but we are located actually in the middle of both sides. So this is the traveling distance, average traveling distance, okay? Then next, this is an overview, okay, of the whole Sunway City. Now, if you can see here, this is Sunway University, this is Sunway Pyramid Shopping Mall, and this is Sunway Medical Hospital. So you can see that within the city, not only we have university, but we have our very own shopping mall, we have our very own residence area, we have our very own water theme park, which is here, Sunway Lagoon, and then we also have our very own medical hospital. So this itself made out the city. Okay, now throughout the city is linked by the canopy bridge walk, which is the cover bridge walk. Okay, then if you can see the next one, this is the animated version. So you can see that from here, the red color roof building here, if you can see my mouse here, this is the college building. Now, over here, this is the university building. If you can see this pink color dotted line, this is the canopy walk. So it links out throughout the whole entire city. So meaning that no matter where the students or maybe where parents at, they can easily get from point A to point B easily. Now, covered bridge walk, or you can know it as the pink color dotted line canopy walk, it looks exactly like this. You can see my mouse here at the bottom right. So no matter it's sunny, no matter it's rainy, if student walking using the canopy walk actually is getting fully covered. So they will not face any issue that it's too bright, too hot, or maybe they will get wet during raining season. No, they can actually walk on it safely and then to get from point A to point B easily. Okay. Apart from that, if you can see my mouse here, this is one of it. This is the student accommodation, which you can see this is Sunyu residence. Okay. Now, if students staying here, it's only twin sharing available, meaning two people in one room. Okay, but the walking distance towards the university through the canopy walk is only 5 minutes. Okay, then let's say if students choose to stay at waterfront residence, this is where they get to choose different room types, such as like twin sharing, single room, or studio room available. Now, all the room booking actually has to be done through online. Student has to create an account, okay, register themselves after they're getting the offer letter. Then actually they can book the room based on their preference and all. Okay, now the room actually comes on a first come first serve basis. We do understand that lots of students, they will prefer to stay in their own room, like single room and all, but it usually come in first come first serve basis. So if the room is out of the choices, then only twin sharing will be left. Whatever that show online on the Sunway resident portal, student portal, then that is the room left for students to choose from during their study period. Okay. Now, if students choose to stay at waterfront resident, if they have to walk the travel distance or the walking distance from the waterfront residence using the canopy walk to the university takes approximately 15 minutes. Okay. Now, if student is feeling under the weather, and then they are not they wish to visit doctors or maybe go to clinic. So hospital is just right here. It's actually just beside Sunny Residence, which is a 5-minute walk only. Now, opposite the hospital, if let's say students do not want to go to the hospital, they can actually go to the opposite of the Sunway Medical Hospital. There will be private clinic as well. So student can actually visit the private clinic. Okay. Now, if let's say students do not like walking, another option for student is free shuttle bus. So this shuttle bus travels within the city only. So it's free for anyone that stays or study in Sunway City. Okay. So one of the two nearest stop, it will closest to the university. It will be closest to Sunway Medical Hospital. Second, it will be just right in front of Monash University. So both sides, the walking distance is either 5 to 10 minutes to the university. Okay. So next, okay, so here, basically, just to show you that, okay, Sunway City, we have our very own auxiliary police. Okay, they take care throughout the entire city. Now, in the canopy walk, there will be security at each checkpoint to ensure the safety of the students and of whoever that uses the canopy walk. Now, within the Sunway University, we have our very own security team as well to take care of the whole university. Now, I cannot guarantee anything that is 100% because there's nothing is 100%. Now, generally, if students or parents that come to Sunway City, generally the safety is very safe. Unless students go and do something that they are not supposed to do, then I cannot guarantee the safety. Okay. Then next, this is the accommodation here. Now, if you can see, waterfront residents, I will rate 5-star. Sunny resident, I will rate 4-star, and Sunny apartment will be 3-star. Now, the reason why I rate Sunny apartment 3-star is because this is for more budgeting students, okay? Because this is only 4 people sharing in one room, and there's no AC available, okay, for students. So basically, you can see this is Sunny apartment. Now, Sunny resident, like I was sharing before, this is only twin sharing available. Now, coming to waterfront resident, this is where you have single ensuite, twin sharing, single room or studio available. Okay, then next. Over here, this is just to show you the pictures of how the residents look like. So basically, this is one of the example of twin sharing room. What you see is what you get, but we do not provide bedsheet cover, quilt cover, or pillowcases because due to hygiene reason. What we provide to students is the beds is all provided, table, chairs, and cupboard is provided. Now, for students staying in twin sharing room, you have to share the bathroom outside. Okay, then here, this is how the single room looks like. And this is how the studio room looks like on the upper left, and then on the bottom left, it will be the single ensuite. So the single room has 2 types. If you just choose single room, it does not come with attached bathroom. But if you choose single ensuite, it does come with an attached bathroom. Okay. Now, over here, I'll be sharing with you Sunway College, the program that we offer here at Sunway College. So I do understand that we do have students coming from IGCSE background, GED background, and also Myanmar matriculation background. So I will be sharing with you all the entry requirements for pre-university program. Okay, now this is how Sunway College looks like. So you can see there's a total of 3 levels ranging from ground floor, first floor, second, and third. So every level is for different program faculty. So the ground level is usually for admissions. First level is usually for Sunway Foundation. Second level is usually for CIMP and OSMED. Fourth level will be for A level and Murphy. Okay, now over here. Pre-university program we have, at Sunway College, we have Australian matriculations. Okay, this is mainly for students that taking this, they want to further study after they complete Australian matriculations, they want to further study in Western Australia. Now, Cambridge GCE Advanced level is usually for students that want to further study in the UK. And also Canadian International Matriculation Program, CIMP for short, is mainly for students that want to further study in Canada. Now, this 3 program here is internationally recognized pre-university program, meaning that when students complete, they either continue on with Sunway University as long as they meet the Sunway University Bachelor's Program entry requirement, or they can use this program to go to to apply or to go to other universities, so long that the university recognizes the program. That's number 1. Number 2, that the student meets the entry requirement of that program. Okay. Then third, if you can see the foundation word in front, there's a university name. That is actually that own university's foundation program, meaning that it's designed in a way that if you take the foundation, Monash University Foundation year, upon completion, you will continue on the bachelor's program in that university, which is Monash University. Okay. And then we also have our very own Sunway Foundation program. Okay. We offer foundation in arts and foundation in science and technology. Okay. Then next, I will go into details of the pre-university program breakdown. So first, I will start off with Australian matriculations. Now, Australian matriculation, this program, the study duration is 1 year. Okay. Now, the assessment is 50% internal assessment and 50% external assessment. Now, the external assessment is actually external exam by the WASE board. Okay, then for every program here in Sunway College or Sunway University, we have 3 intake per year. Now for Australian matriculation, it will be January, May, and September. Okay, now second, Cambridge GCE Advanced Level. Now, for this A-level program, so it's 100% examination based. So, still meaning that student will only score their marks or points through external exam. Okay, from external exam from the Cambridge International Exam Board. Okay, now the study duration is either 18 or 21 months, depending on the intake. If student joining the January and July intake, okay, the study duration is 18 months. But if student join the September intake, the study duration is slightly longer, is 21 months. This is because the September intake has to align with either the summer or winter paper. Okay, so for A level, you have two external exams. It's either you have winter paper or external summer paper, depending on the intake you join and depending on the exam being offered. Okay, now next, Canadian International Matriculation Program. Now for this program, the study duration is also very depending on the intake that you join. If you join January and July intake, the study duration is 1 year. But if you join the September intake, the study duration is 1.5 years. Now the assessment is 70% coursework and 30% examinations. Now the coursework here, it comes from maybe your own assignments, the homework that is assigned by the teachers, or maybe just your own research presentation and so on. Okay. Now, the subject that is required to take for Canadian International Matriculation, it will be 6 subjects. One of the compulsory, it will be English subject. Okay. Then coming over to Monash University Foundation Year. Now, this is the Monash University own foundation program. So the study duration is 1 year. The intake is January, July, and August. Okay. Now, for this program, it's 100% coursework, meaning that there will be no exam at all, but it's all coming from your own research, your own assignments and presentations and so on. Okay, but only on selected subject. For Mafi, during orientation week, if let's say you want to select a mathematics subject, okay, but before the faculty let you select which mathematics subject that you can enroll, either like fundamental mathematics, or advanced mathematics, you will have to take you'll have to do a pre exam of the mathematics test to see where is your level or how is your scoring, and then they only place you in the maths class accordingly based on the test. Okay, all right. Now for Sunway Foundation Program, so this is our very own Sunway University foundation program. So the study duration is 1 year. So the intake we have January, April, and August. Now the assessment is 50% coursework and 50% examinations. Okay, so far, if you have any question, please type in the chat box. Yeah. Now, just to share with you, for students coming with IGCSE, in order to enroll in any of the pre-university program, they must have at least 5 credits. Okay. 5 credit means 5C in any subject, but one of the subject has to be in English. Okay. Now, if they would like to take Sunway Foundation in Science and Technology, out of the 5C is they must have C in English, C in Mathematics, and another 1 or 2 C in Natural Science subject, meaning either Biology, Chemistry, or Physics. Okay, that is for Foundation in Science and Technology. All right. Now, if students coming in from Myanmar matriculations, they can enroll to our pre-university program. Also, they must have a scoring, okay, any 5 subject at least 65 and above, okay, but they must come with IELTS 5.5. That is for Myanmar matriculations. Okay, now is student coming in from GED. Now GED, you just have to take note. Student coming from GED, the scoring requirement is 145 for every subject because there's only 4 subjects for GED. Now, GED student, they cannot go for Australia matriculations. They only can go for Cambridge GCE Advanced Level, Canadian International Matriculation Program, Sunway Foundation in Arts. Now, if they want to take Monash University Foundation year, they have to come with IELTS 5.5. Okay, that is the entry requirement for GCSE, Myanmar matriculations, and also GED. Okay, so far, any questions? Okay, so if not, I will just move on first. Okay. Okay, so next I'll be sharing with you about Sunway University. Okay, so this is how Sunway University looks like. So we have a total of 12 different level. Now each level offer each level is for different faculty. Okay, so you can see that this is like a U shape. So normally on the towards the left side and the middle one, it's actually for classroom and also for labs or for like cooking rooms, etc. Now towards on the right, it will be the lecturer's room. Okay. Now, next over here, I will share with you the two study pathway and also our international partners. So the first pathway is if student coming in with IGCSE or maybe GED or maybe Myanmar matriculations, they will have to go through pre-university first. Now it's either ranging from 1 to 1.5 years depending on the program they choose. Okay. Now after that, after completing pre-university program, they will go on to bachelor's. Okay, after bachelor's, then they will go on to postgraduate. That is the first study pathway. Now, the second study pathway, it will be, again, student coming in with O-level. Okay, but they only manage to have 3 credits. Now, after scoring of 3 credits, they can go for diploma. Okay, now after diploma, they can go for bachelor's, then again, postgraduate. Okay, now for the second pathway here is student going to through diploma. The difference between pre-university and diploma is that diploma, the pathway is very fixed. If you're coming for a diploma in business, you will continue on in bachelor's in business later on. You cannot change, okay? But if you go on to pre-university, so let's say if before you join pre-university, you're interested in business, but after you complete like pre-university program, your interest maybe change and then you wanted to do like hospitality, you still can change before you go into bachelor's. Okay, so these are the only two differences here. All right. Now, here are some of our international partners. We do have partners from Lancaster University from the UK, and then we also have Arizona State University from the US, and then we also have Le Cordon Bleu from France, and also Victoria University from Australia. So these are our partners. Okay, so we also offer different pathway for students as well. Now, over here, most of our bachelor's programs, okay, is validated by Lancaster, meaning that when students graduate or when students complete 3 years of bachelor study with us here at Sunway University, they'll be getting 2 certificates, one from Sunway University and one from Lancaster University. Okay, so meaning that parents pay one amount of price in Malaysia ringgit, they'll be getting 2 certs. So this is how the certificate looks like. Okay, now next, there will be also a transfer options available for students. Now, 3 years of bachelor's of study, right? So student can actually choose 1+2 program. Okay, so the 1+2 meaning that student complete first year here at Sunway University. Remaining 2 years, they can actually transfer out to Lancaster University. So if you can see here are the list of the programs here that student can choose 1+2 options, okay, for the program that is listed here. Now, if student transfer out from Sunway University, there will be an additional benefit for students. So there will be an additional special discounts for students that transfer out to Lancaster University. It's 20% off on the tuition fee. Okay, so this is the extra benefit for students. Now, next, we do have another option. If let's say student would like to still want to explore UK, but they do not want to study in UK, so they can actually opt for 3 week summer school program. Okay, so basically this is a short program. So students just pay an amount of Malaysia ringgit 20 to 25,000. This is already inclusive of the air ticket to and from, and then it's also inclusive of accommodations, and it's also included meal. Okay, 3 meals is at Lancaster University. So basically, they fly over there to attend short courses. After the short courses, they still have chance to explore UK around. Then after 3 weeks, they will be traveling back to Malaysia and complete the remaining study here at Sunway University. Okay, now next, these are the programs offered here at Sunway University. So ranging from American educations, arts and social science, business, engineering and computing, hospitality and tourism management, mathematical science, and medical and life sciences. Okay, now moving forward, okay, if students, okay, are interested in doing the hospitality programs or the culinary arts program, so basically upon completion of 3 years of bachelor, they'll be receiving 2 certs, one from Sunway University and one from Le Cordon Bleu from France. Right? Now, moving forward, another option for students is if, let's say, they want to transfer out to Australia, any of the Australia university, or maybe just want to have an Australia University certificate, our partner Victoria University offer this, but only limited to business program. Okay, so students can actually go for these options if they want to complete a business program under Victoria University. So after 3 years, they'll be getting the Victoria University cert only, but not two certs. Okay, so let's say if they want to transfer out to Australia, the transfer option is slightly flexible. Okay, so they can transfer out to any of the Australia University or New Zealand, but only limited to business program. Okay, so here are some of the the university that our students successfully transferred to. So they transferred to University of Western Australia. They also transferred to University of Adelaide, Swinburne, and then for New Zealand, it will be University of Otago. So here are some of the examples here, but it's only limited to business program only. Okay, now next, we do have offer American degree transfer program. I do understand that with the current situation and current ban that US have put onto Myanmar. So basically, a student already still chooses to do American degree transfer program, which is a 4 years duration. So the first 2 years is they have to study here in Sunway University, accumulate enough credit hours. Then after that, remaining year they can transfer out to any of the US university, so long that meets the credit hour. Okay. Now, other than if let's say they still wish to choose to study here in Malaysia, okay, we also do have programs from our partner, which is Arizona State University. So which is this? So at the moment, Sunway University, together, with our partner Arizona State University, we do offer computer science with AI. We also do offer bachelor's in digital communications. We also do offer bachelor's in psychologies. And then we also offer bachelor's in digital media design, as well as bachelor in global management. Okay. Now, if let's say student would like to get two certificate, which is one from Sunway University and one from the ASU, they can actually go for different pathway. Now, just kindly note that for the US Bachelor, the study duration is 4 years to complete. Even though student coming in with foundations, they still have to complete another 4 years in order to get the certificate. Unlike the UK curriculum, it's only 3 years of bachelor's. Okay, so that's the difference here I wish to highlight to you. Now, if student wants to go for this pathway, the US pathway, they have a few options. It's either they come in, first option is if they come in with foundation or pre-university program, they can actually opt for option one, which is study full 4 years here in Malaysia. When they complete the program, they only get Sunway University cert. Or they can go for option two, which they study 3 years here, and the final year here, they will still be in Malaysia, but it will be attending classes online and be taught by the ASU lecturers. So when they graduate, they will be getting two certs, one from Sunway University and one from the ASU University. Okay, now third option is 3+1, which is 3 years in Malaysia, final year in Arizona State University. Now, or the 2+2, okay, 2 years in Malaysia and 2 years in ASU University. Now, and second option will be if student coming for ADDP. Now, ADDP, just now I mentioned that 2 years in Malaysia, 2 years you have to go to the US, right? Now, if let's say after ADDP, student decided to stay in Malaysia, they can actually choose to complete the remaining study in Malaysia, so long they choose the 5 subject that I shared earlier on, which is this 5 subject here, and then they can choose a pathway accordingly, or they can transfer to Arizona State University to finish off the program. Okay. All right. So now in terms of scholarship, okay, so for pre-university, we do offer scholarship to students coming in with IGCSE. So long they have minimum 3 A's, we do offer Malaysia Ringgit 2,000, a one-time off. But if student coming in with Myanmar matriculations, they must have a scoring of any 5 subjects 75 and above. Okay, then to come in and join the pre-university program. So they'll be getting a total of 5,000 ringgit one time off. Now, student coming in from GED, unfortunately, there will be no scholarship available. Okay. Now, let's say after student complete pre-university program and they wish to continue on to Sunway University, depending on the subject, the pre-university program they do. And then this is the scholarship quadrant that Sunway University offered if they continue on with Sunway University. Now, for instance, I will use this A-level as example. So if student complete A-level at Sunway College, they continue on to university. Now, we offer 7,000, 11,000, and 13,000. This is the Sunway University scholarship quadrant, okay? Depending on the grades. If student coming with AAA from A-level, congratulations, they secure first year, okay, of bachelor's, 13,000 scholarship. per year. Now, for bachelor scholarship or undergraduate scholarship, it's renewed every year. So first year will based on your GCE advanced level result. If you manage to score AAA, you secure 13,000 for the first year. Now, second year onwards, if you want to maintain the same scholarship quadrant, we'll be looking into your first year CGPA. Okay, maximum CGPA is 4.0. Now, in order for you to maintain 13,000, okay, for second year, you need to have a scoring of CGPA 3.65. Okay, now for 11,000 is to have CGPA 3.45, and for 7,000, which is the minimum CGPA requirement, it will be 3.25. Now, anything lower than 3.25 of CGPA, scholarship will drop. Okay, now once scholarship drop, it can never go back up. So this is fair and square for every student. Okay, so at least student, if you want to secure your scholarship, minimum 3.25. Okay, now if let's say student completing pre-university program, they did not manage to secure a scholarship for bachelor, don't worry, Sunway University is very generous. You just have to download the Sunway Super apps, okay? Then register yourself, and then you have this Sunway Pulse. You just provide us the member ID, then you have this Sunway Pulse additional 10% tuition fee waiver, okay? So meaning that if you have scholarship, you are not entitled for Sunway Pulse, okay? If let's say you are not entitled for scholarship, then you are eligible for Sunway Pulse, okay? Now, next, here are some of the pictures of our lecturers' hall and auditorium. So this is how our lecturers' hall looks like, and this is how our auditorium looks like. So basically, lecturers will be in front here, do the teachings and so on. Okay, so all classrooms, lecturer halls, and auditorium is fully air conditioned. All right. Now, next, this is our library. So basically, we have our very own computer stations. So let's say if students do not have their laptop or their tablet, not to worry. We have our very own computer stations in the library. Just scan in and log in with your student ID. You can use the computer there for your research or assignments. Okay. We also do have our own printing room for students to print their artworks or maybe print their assignment. Now, this printing is chargeable. Either you print A3 or A4 size, color or non-color. So it will charge directly to students' account. All right. Then we also have our different bookshelves here for students to use. Then also we have our very own little study ports for students to actually sit at their individual seats and then quietly to do their studies. All right. Okay, next here, this is the Sunway study area. Okay, so this area is actually, it's quite a big area. It's actually for students to sit down to do discussion freely or to do their own studies freely, because in the library you cannot do talking or do any talking or discussion. So this area is mainly for students to do discussions and to work on their homework or assignment freely. Okay, now throughout the whole Sunway University campus, it's equipped with free Wi-Fi for students to use. Now, next, this is our cafeteria. So we have our very own cafe and Starbucks. So we do have our very own cafeteria. So you can see the word galley here. This is our Sunway College cafeteria. On top of this, it will be the Sunway University cafeteria. So both cafeteria is open to all students. The difference is that one is have aircon, which is at the Sunway University cafeteria have its own AC. The Sunway College one is open air setting. Okay, so basically both cafeteria, they do not serve pork. Okay, within Sunway University, every food is halal. All right, so we do not serve pork. So every food store offer different kinds of food. So ranging from Thai, Sri Lanka, Chinese, local Malaysia cuisine, Japanese, Western, and Korean. So there's many choices and variety for students to choose from. Then next, we have our very own sports facility. So we have our very own FIFA certified football field, basketball court, tennis court, volleyball, and badminton court. So we have more than 60 to 70 clubs available for students to choose from. If students like sports, they can actually sign up for clubs, and then they can join in together, and then they can join competitions as well. Okay, then coming over, we have our very own gym room for students to use, and our very own swimming pool as well. So this is pretty much from me, from my side. So thank you so much for your time. So if you have any question, please feel free, you can ask now.
Thank you, Florence. I think we've got some questions about the Myanmar matriculation grade.
Oh,
Does the new Myanmar matriculation grade 12 require same as old Myanmar matriculation grade 10? But if I'm not mistaken, for Myanmar matriculation students, they'll have to start from the foundation program, right?
correct. Correct. So either you come from grade 10 or grade 12, you still have to start from pre-university program, and you have to come with IELTS 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
So hope I answered that.
Sure. And but they can also join
Mm.
the diploma program as well, right?
Yes, they can also join. So the diploma program is so long they have scoring of 65 and above. Now for diploma program, you also have to come with IELTS 5.5. Okay,
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that every Myanmar matriculation they need an IELTS of 5.5.
correct.
Okay, sure.
Mm. Now the second one, it will be for English proficiency is Duolingo accepted. Unfortunately, Duolingo is not accepted. What we accept here is IELTS, TOEFL, and PTE, Pearson PTE. These are the three that we accept.
Sure, no problem. All right.
Okay.
Any other
Mm.
questions, ladies and gentlemen?
Anyone have any
Any
other
other?
questions?
I think I can also see then also because see that maybe GED join can the GED join the diploma? Can GED students join the diploma? Sorry.
Okay, GED student join diploma. Yes, GED student can join diploma so long you have a scoring of the subject, okay, 145 and above. Only certain subject or certain diploma subject they require 165 in terms of mathematics and all, especially if you're join like diploma in accounting or finance, that is a requirement.
Oh, wait, when it comes to accounting and finance diploma, right? GED of 165, is it only the math or is it per subject?
Okay, we actually would prefer per subject, but usually we're heavily looking into maths because this is mathematics related. So we are looking at least 165 and above. But if student didn't manage to score 165, if they let's say score 145, just at 145 or 150, we still can take, but I will just need to get approval from the faculty just to check with them if they can accept.
Sure.
Mm,
I think it's safe to say that, guys, if you have any GED qualifications or maybe even because I've noticed quite a number of applications, especially students, they took a HND diploma or a
uh,
diploma that is, well, not fully seen before as much.
mm,
You can still send me the documents. I will usually send out to Florence for pre-assessment. It does happen a
mm.
few times recently. Or I would again encourage students to actually submit a formal application so that you can do an assessment. Usually, there's some because I know there's either some students they either some I usually encourage students to submit them direct to Sunway, or if you feel that they want to do an assessment, you can still email the documents to me so that I can check with the Sunway team. Sorry.
Yes. So just now you mentioned that the HCN, the Pearson one, right? Okay, because they have level 3, level 4, and level 5. So that's why we need to see which level student is, at. And then usually we will require course outline. If can, you can provide the course outline so that it's easier for our academic team to do the assessment. And then so that we can revert back to you.
Sure.
Okay?
Problem.
Mm. Is there any other questions?
But rest assured, everyone, Sunway is very, very supportive.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, that's another one. May I know the minimum required score of for O level for foundation program and diploma? Okay, so if you're coming from IGCSE, okay, if you want to do like pre-university or foundation program, the minimum requirements is to have 5 subject scoring C. One of it has to be English. Okay. Now, depending on which foundation, if let's say you're taking foundation in science and technology, you must have the 5 credit, including English, mathematics, and 1 or 2 natural science subject. The natural science subject has to be either biology, chemistry, or physics. Okay. Now, for diploma program, if you are coming in with IGCSE, minimum 3 credit, and one of it has to be English, or maybe any 3 for diploma. Okay. So I hope I answer your question. But I also want to highlight if for pre-university program, student coming in with all level, if you have English in first language and English in second language, right? You must make sure you have credit. Okay. So for first language is minimum you must have D. For second language, minimum you must have C. Anything lower than C, for second language, you have to come in with IELTS. Okay.
I think that would that also apply to Murphy as well? Because Murphy, I know they have a very strict IELTS requirement.
Correct. So for IELTS requirement, we try to standardize all so that we do not, so students, they don't get confused. So IELTS 5.5, no band less than 5.0. The band meaning reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Mm.
But let's say for O levels, they still need to do IELTS for Murphy students for O levels.
Okay, for that's a good question. So if for all level students, so they either take first language English or second language English, right? Now, if first language English, they did not have a minimum scoring of D, and then let's say they score E, then they must have IELTS 5.5. Especially if student want to do MAFI or Australia matriculation because they have very strict English requirement. Now, if for student doing second language, either they want to do Australia matriculation or MAFI, but second language they score a D, then they must come in with IELTS 5.5. So you can summarize it as first language, we can accept minimum at least is D and above. Second language English is C and above. Okay. Mm. Any other questions?
I think okay. Any excuse? I
Mm.
think we got time for one more. If I firstly apply for foundation program, could I transfer into second year like 2+2?
Yeah, if I firstly apply with foundation program, can I transfer in second year like 2+2? Um, are you trying to say that you want to join the ADGB 2+2? I try to understand your question. So with foundation program, if you're coming from GCSE, you can. Are you trying to say that after foundation program, you like to go for bachelor? Is there any like 2+2 program, is it? Mm, um, okay. I'm not too sure which 2+2 you're referring to. At the moment, Sunway University, the bachelor's program here, it's either 1+2 program. Now, the 2+2, I'm not sure, are you referring to the ASU program, which is like after you complete foundation program? If you want to join the ASU program, yes, we also do have the 2+2 options. Is it that you're looking into that? Um, uh, Yeah, I hope I answer your question. Let's say if not, you
Or
can
maybe what
always
they meant is like a Sunway 1+2. Like you know, some degrees they do like after okay, basically what happened is like after the Sunway Foundation, and then after that they pursue to a first year degree in Sunway
mm,
University, and then they want to transfer to example, let's say UK or Lancaster, for example.
UK the transfer to UK is 1+2. But if let's say the transfer they are joining the ASU
Oh yeah,
bachelor's
yeah,
degree,
yeah.
yeah, there will be multiple options. It's either you do 3+1 or 2+2.
Mm.
Mm. So these are the options available. So because I wasn't sure which transfer the student means, so these are the answers that I can give at the moment. Yes.
Sure, no problem.
Mm,
But no, sure, no problem. I think that would be fine. For sure.
mm. Is there
Okay,
any
I
other
think we've got
questions?
time for one more question.
Mm.
May I know other transfer pathway programs offered by somewhere such as ASU programs?
We have no other transfer. One that I was sharing just now, there's only to that 5 program at the moment. So after okay, for that 5 program, which is the global management, the psychology, computer science with AI. So it's depending on the pathway you choose. It's either you do 4+0 here, or it's either you do like 3 years here. The final year you still be here. The fourth year you still be here, but you study online. Or you do 2+2, 2 years here in Malaysia, 2 years in ASU, or 3 years here and 1 year in ASU. So that is for the ASU program. Okay. Is there any other questions?
I think we've got time for one more again. Okay, one more. Anyone? Questions? Ready to take up for one more? Okay, I think we can wrap up the session. All right. Thank you so much once again, Florence. Thank you.
Thank you, Timothy. Thank you for having me here. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Sure, no problem. All right, thank you, everyone. Well, all the best, everyone. Have a great week ahead. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Thank you.